It is interesting you talk a little bit there about the inefficiencies within processes and the fact that a lot of the software systems actually don't really alter the inefficiencies in processes. All they do is kind of sit on top of the inefficiency, and on top of inefficiency, you're just getting more inefficiency, aren't you? So are they actually solving the problem in the industry for us, I wonder?
I think it depends on how you think about it, because I want to be fair to everything that's happened, right? I think we need to, in many ways, step back and just go, what happened? Like, how did we get where we are? You work in cost or in sustainability. You'll have people who are involved in quality control. You'll have designers who'll use something like Revit. Let's say it's a design authoring tool rather than a BIM tool. What happened was we started digitizing the work itself.
Yeah.
And that represents the silos that we exist in. There are hundreds and thousands of participants within a project. Every one of them needs their own tooling.
Yeah.
You can think of a screwdriver as a tool.
Yeah.
You can think of a crane as equipment. Software is just something like that. And all that's happened is we made that single process more efficient.
Yeah.
But a project is a sum or a combination of all of these processes and how they interact with each other. And what we really haven't dealt with is how do we get it together? Again, if you think about how it happened, you had someone come out and say, we need an accounting solution for accounting. But what no one really focuses on is the interface between the accountant or the cost manager or the commercial manager and everyone else.
Yeah.
And every one of these interface points goes into too difficult to deal with and I don't understand it.
Yeah.
And just everyone leaves it.
Yeah.
So everyone ends up going back to something like Excel. So we have definitely made processes within themselves more efficient. But where projects go really wrong isn't in the single process. I do think we needed to go through that step. And we needed to develop, I describe them as point solutions in order to get to where we are. But when we really start thinking of digital transformation, when we really think of how do we reshape project delivery, being able to connect the dots and get out of the silos, I think that's the biggest opportunity for the sector.
Absolutely.
And that's where things have gone really wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. And from a Morta perspective, you guys started, explain a little bit to our listeners exactly what Morta is and where it originated from, I guess. A bit of pain from your side and light at the end of the tunnel.
Fundamentally, what we're trying to do as a company is we want to streamline planning and automate tracking in construction. And in the built environment more broadly. So from the very inception of a project, even before the inception of a project, all the way down to the operation of an asset. And it goes back to some of the insights that I just mentioned. If you think about it, you'll have a lot of people talk about planning. I'm sure if we're coming across things like look-ahead planning, but what everyone says is, I'm going to plan the site work.
Yeah.
But there's a cost plan, there's a carbon plan, there's a BIM execution plan, there's an information delivery plan, there's a material plan, there's an inspection plan, and I can go on with all these plans that exist. And the tool for planning, as it currently stands, is Excel, because the planning tool needs to be flexible and it needs to be able to interface with a range of other systems. And Excel tends to be able to do that. So where we come in is we provide a data platform, a cloud information hub that can be used for planning. It has the flexibility of Excel. It has a lot of the properties that you would expect in Excel, but it has the robustness and the connectivity of a database. That gives us the familiarity that we need, but then it ensures that all of the data is of the quality that's needed. And then one of the things that's really special is we then link with a lot of the other systems. So if you think of any project management system, if you come across things like Monday.com, Airtable, like they're all over the place. What people will do there is they may set up the plan and then at best, and then someone has to go in and report, I have finished this design. Or this is the cost that I've incurred. But we're going, why do you need to do that? There's a record of that in ACC or in Aconex or in your accounting system. So we link into all of these systems And then through that, we automate the tracking of the actuals versus the plan.
Yeah.
A lot of the work is predominantly focused on design currently, or let's say BIM and information-related planning.
Yeah.
But we're also used across a very wide range of things. Like I've mentioned things like cost, I've mentioned material, labor, like there's a very, very wide range of use cases.
So it can be applied to any phase within the project, to any maybe task or process you're looking at that you originally used Excel for in a way.
Effectively, yeah.
Yeah.